KC Big 2 Local Weather Authority forecast. We warn you first with Chief Meteorologist Chase Menendez.
Well, good evening, everybody. We've got some nice conditions out there in West Texas now. Our skies are looking pretty clear overhead for the most part. Still a little hazy out there, and I expect it to become more hazy as we head into the end of the week, thanks to wind speeds once again picking up. It was a little breezy, gusty earlier today, but now those winds have calmed down nicely, at least for now. It is going to get to be really windy tomorrow. Thanks to our sky tracker here in Midland, though, we've got a good look outside at those conditions. And switching over here to our almanac, we can see that temperatures came in really nicely today. High reached 75 degrees for Odessa Midland. That's about 15 degrees above that 60-degree average for this time of year. And low temperatures also came in above average, landing at 55. Now, we'll be a little bit cooler tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon, but for the most part, it's going to feel really similar outside as far as temperature goes. And we've got some really strong winds in the upper parts of the atmosphere. You can see these clouds really racing across West Texas, just really booking it from west to east, moving around really fast out there, indicating some really high winds at the upper parts of the atmosphere that will translate here to the surface. That's why the National Weather Service has issued this high wind warning. This one already is in effect. It's lasting until 10 p.m. tomorrow evening for the Guadalupe Pass, where wind speeds are likely to pick up to about 65, even 70 miles per hour. So really strong winds out there. A little bit less serious, we have a high wind advisory outlined for a large part of the basin, as well as the northern Trans Pecos and some of the higher elevations. That one's going into effect tomorrow morning. It'll be lasting until 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. Again, not quite as serious as that high wind warning. Here, we could expect winds to be gusting up to about 35, 40 miles per hour, possibly a little bit stronger. But because it's been so dry these past couple of days, those high winds coupled with those dry conditions have led the National Weather Service to issue this fire weather watch, outlined here for most of the basin and the northern Trans Pecos, as well as southeast New Mexico, where it's a little bit drier and where these winds are really going to be picking up. Now, that one's also going into effect tomorrow morning, and it'll be lasting until 8 p.m. tomorrow evening. Now, I do expect some parts of that fire weather watch to be upgraded to a warning just because of how dry our conditions are. Now, those winds will start up as early as about 10, 15 miles per hour around sunrise. We can see temperatures backing off again down into the 50s for tomorrow morning. But as we head to the afternoon, get a nice day in the 70s, it's just these winds that we'll really have to watch out for. You can see these gap winds already beginning to pick up in the Guadalupe Pass. As we get to about 4 a.m., notice not a whole lot of changes there. Once we get to the afternoon, though, boy, it is a different story. Winds picking up to 30-plus miles per hour, even here across the basin. So really windy out there, especially through the pass. It's only reading 29 miles per hour, but I do expect those winds to be much stronger than that. And then after that, as we head into the evening and overnight time, Friday into Saturday, notice a big change in our wind direction, pushing in a lot of air out of the north. And that'll be a good cold front coming through, doing a good job at dropping our temperatures down. Tomorrow, really windy. Watch out for sparks, flames, cigarette butts, things like that. We do have a fire weather watch, and be careful driving around. 71 will be the high there, and then Saturday, make sure to bundle up. Lows drop down to 35 degrees in the morning and pick up to about 52 in the afternoon before returning to the 70s Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we pick up some rain chances on Thursday.
Yeah, big drop there for Saturday.
Yeah. Indeed, yeah. Huh? It's only for one day, though, so if you don't like the cold weather, I'm looking at you, Madeline. And,
yeah,
you only have to wait.
It's like being quiet. I wasn't going to complain. No, next week looks great, though. But
it does.
You had a pretty eventful day.
I sure did, yeah. I got to go out to talk to some 8th graders at Harmony Schools. We talked a lot about weather. They're learning weather charts and hurricanes, things like that. Really smart students. Had a really great time. Ryan was there with me. He's operating the computer, weighing in, talking about charts and stuff, filling in the gaps. And we kind of messed around. We had a good time with those 8th graders. They were asking really good questions, and I really want to thank Christina Bernal for putting that together. They also gave me a nice swag bag with some sunglasses because the students were so bright. They really were. Smart kids, smart kids.
Awesome.
Well,
looks like a good time.
Yeah, and you have such a good way of making it easy for those kids to understand too, because it can get complicated. I know that.
Does with us, yeah. Breaks it down for us.
I hope so. Yeah, it really seemed like they learned a lot and had a really good time. So really, big thanks to Harmony Science Academy for hosting myself and Ryan.
Absolutely. Thanks, Chase.
Thanks.